Hey guys, welcome to RHS with Eric. Today we're going to be talking about choosing the right university for you. An important thing to consider when choosing a university is in and out-of-state tuition. When going to an in-state school, that is a university located within the state you live in, the price is going to be a lot cheaper than going to a school outside of your state. Out-of-state tuition costs over twice as much on average as in-state tuition, so you can save a lot of money by going to a school in the state you currently live in. And there's also some schools near the border of other states, such as Murray State, where we toured last year, that is close enough to the border of Tennessee where if you live in the surrounding area in Tennessee, you can still get in-state tuition. That being said, don't automatically rule out any out-of-state schools. There's lots of scholarship opportunities at every college that could make any college you want to go to affordable. So just because it's out-of-state, don't think that it's way too far out of your price range. There's always opportunities for you. Another thing to consider when narrowing down your college options is to be choosing a university that have majors that interest you. Certain colleges have better programs for majors than others, such as my university, Tennessee Tech. We have a really good engineering and nursing program, so if those fields interest you, going to Tech would be advantageous. Whereas if you were interested in law, Belmont University and the University of Memphis have very good law programs, so schools like that would interest you. And if you're undecided, attend a university that has a very broad scope of majors. That way going in, you'll have a lot of options of different courses you can take, so you can go in any direction. And also, don't feel like just because you go into college with your idea of what your major will be, don't feel like you can't change it. Because that's what college is for, finding out about what you want and everything. So don't be afraid once you get there to change your major. So do your research to find out what colleges are most suited towards your interests. The size of the university is another important thing to consider. Student population can have a good effect or negative effect on your college career. If you don't want to attend a big school, then try to avoid them. Schools in Tennessee, like UT or University of Memphis, have over 20,000 students there, whereas a school such as Austin Peay or Tennessee Tech has closer to about 10,000. A bigger university is going to have a much larger class size of nearly 200 kids per class. And of course, that'll vary class to class, but you'll generally have a large class size. If that's something you want, then that's not bad. But if you're looking for a type of class where it feels personal and you might have one-on-one time with your teacher for help, then that school might not be what you're looking for. On the plus side of large universities, you'll have a broader range of clubs and activities to join and be a part of. You also have more opportunities to meet new people and try new things. With a bigger population size just comes with bigger opportunities for you. That being said, at a smaller university, you'll still have plenty of clubs to choose from. As someone who attends a small university, I know there's plenty of clubs out here and there's a lot to choose from. But I know if I went to a bigger school, I'd probably have more opportunities and just a more diverse set to choose from. So really, it's up to you in the long run. Personally, I think I could attend a larger university and be just fine. Size wasn't really a big factor when I was choosing. So really, it's up to you. If you don't think you'd like a school with tons of people, choose a smaller one. Or if you want all those tons of people, which I know some people really love. My friend actually that attends UT says that's one of her favorite things, is the giant student size. So if that interests you, go to a larger one. Really, it comes down to personal preference and what you're really looking for in a school. So remember, size of a university matters. It's important. Part of choosing a university you might not think about actually has nothing to do with the school itself at all. It's about where the school is located. The surrounding area of your college is a really important part of your college career because it's where you're going to live for the next couple of years. Personally, I know I would hate to live in a big city, so I go to any colleges located in Nashville, Knoxville, or Memphis. I chose a school in a small town with a nice homey feel to me that I really liked. Now for you, if you do want to live in a big city, then there's plenty of schools in those big metropolitan areas in Tennessee. And it doesn't necessarily have to be one of the bigger schools. There's plenty of small private schools located in the cities as well. So don't feel like if you want to be in a big city, you have to go to a big school. It's completely up to you. And if you want to live in a smaller town and still attend a big university, then MTSU would be a good fit for you, because Murfreesboro is still a relatively small town, while MTSU is the second biggest university in Tennessee. So there's always options for a school with a location that you'll like. And it's really important to think about the aspects of the location as well. If you want to have nice outdoor areas like mountains or streams or creeks, then Eastern Tennessee is a good region for you. That's why I like where I am in Cookeville, because there's plenty of waterfalls and hiking trails for me to go out and hike on and have a wonderful day in nature. Whereas if you are more intrigued at what cities can offer you, then maybe somewhere in Nashville where there's a rich, musical culture going on there, where you can really go see lots of bands and explore that, then Nashville schools would be a good option, along with Memphis schools. There's a lot of fun activities to do in Memphis that have nothing to do with going outside. Because really, nature around Memphis sucks. It's all flat, no one wants that, it's really boring. But that's just my opinion, so it's up to you. So basically what I'm saying here is pick a university with a location that's not going to leave you really bored on the days off. Because the worst thing that would happen is on a weekend to just be sitting there wherever you're staying at and realizing there's nothing around you to do. Because that sucks. It's no fun to be bored. So pick a college that's in a location that will interest you. The college campus itself can really be a make or break factor when deciding where you want to go. Every college campus is different, and there's going to be little features about it that you will either like or dislike. I know personally when I was touring UT, there were just way too many hills. I didn't want to walk around that campus every day. I was going to be way too sweaty whenever I got to class. So personally, the hills kind of broke that for me. I didn't want to go there. And there'll be tons of other things, just you would have to tour colleges to know. There'll be little things about campus that can be like, ooh, I love this, or ooh, I don't want to have to deal with this every day for the next couple of years. And through my couple of years of college, I've been around to a couple of different universities, and I've noticed that there's basically two main types of college campuses. One would be the type that I like. I call it kind of like a defined campus. This type of campus is kind of set apart from the town. Even if it's set right in the middle of the town, whenever you get to campus, you know you're there. Whenever you just enter the school, you know, hey, I'm on a college campus right now. The other type would be campuses that are just kind of melded into the city. It's kind of hard to describe these, you'll just have to see them in these pictures, but basically the campus just kind of is a part of the city. There's no real definition in what is campus and what's part of the city. You're never really sure like what buildings are, businesses and what buildings are, class buildings. And there's something about that I don't like. Again, this is a personal preference. If this is something you would like, then by all means go to a school like that. But it's just something to think about. You want to be on a campus where you feel like you belong. And, well, that's just an important part, is feeling like you belong at a school. If you can't really decide between your top choice schools and you just love them all and you don't know how to pick, a deciding factor could be how much scholarship money you can get from each school. Whenever you apply for university, always apply to all the in-school scholarships to try and financially back you a little bit. It never hurts to try and get them. And the good news is, even if you don't wind up going to that school and you receive scholarships, you can always decline them and they'll be passed to somebody else. So you're not wasting anything there. So always apply for those in-school scholarships. If you really can't decide between what college to go to, it's always a good idea to go with the college that'll give you the most financial backing. A lot of these things can be found out by going to college websites. College websites are normally pretty easy to use and are geared toward trying to get people to apply there. So it'll be pretty easy to find out all sorts of things for incoming freshmen and what clubs are available and what to do in the surrounding area. So always do your research, go to the websites, look at everything, and always important, go on college tours. College tours can be really important because I believe that it helps you figure out where you feel most at home, and I think that's one of the most important things when choosing the right university. That's how I made my final choice. I was trying to decide between UT Knoxville and Tennessee Tech. And after touring the campuses, I just felt really at home here at TTU. It just really felt like somewhere I could spend the next couple of years of my life. And so that's why I chose to go here versus UT Knox. It's just felt right. And that's something you're going to need to figure out for yourself. Always tour a college. Never decide to go to a university you've never toured. It's weird. Don't do it. How are you going to know how you feel about being there? So always go on tours, and if it doesn't feel right, then you're probably not going to like going there. You won't enjoy yourself. So, there it is. That's basically the most important part of choosing a university. Go somewhere that you feel comfortable. Because if you're outside your comfort zone, you're not going to perform well. And that's the thing, is as an incoming freshman, you're automatically going to be outside your comfort zone. So you might as well be in a location where you feel a little bit at home. That way you don't have to worry about too much else. So in conclusion, when trying to choose the right university for you, think about in and out of state tuition cost, if they have the majors that you're interested in, the size of the school and where the school is located, how much scholarship money you can get from the school, and think about if you really feel at home where you're trying to go, because that's the most important thing. You want to be comfortable, and if you're comfortable at a school, it's probably the right school for you. Thank you for listening. This has been RH Chats with Eric. Tune in later for more educational videos.
This has been a Teacup production.